Hi crafters, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 188. Now before I forget, because I forgot in the last Wednesday to mention this, or Wednesday, we are 12 away from 200. So that'll take us to, I think it's about mid-August. Let me see. Let me grab my calendar because I did write it down. So let's see. Episode 200 is going to be the beginning of August, as long as we don't have any breaks. I mean, I am gone 1 week on vacation, so I don't know if I'll pre-record for that or not. But anyway, so if you would like to participate in the episode 200, if you make a qualifying purchase through my stamp site, that's roxyforstamps.stampin'up.net. If you make a purchase of $40 before July, let's say July 10th, because I have to be able to have time to mail. So if you make a $40 purchase on my website before July 10th, I will send you a special packet of panel cards. They won't be full. One layer down and some DSP. So you'll get more than enough items that you can go ahead and craft along with us with whatever parameters we come up with that day. So again, before July 10th, $40 purchase, that's before shipping and handling and tax, on my website, and I will mail you a packet that will help you create on our 200th episode. Okay, back to this week. So it was voted on. I only had 2 votes, but both said number 1. So we will be using this DSP from Velvet Meadow. About lost it. All right, Velvet Meadow. So I think, and I said I was going to do it like this. So I think I'm going to leave this one turned over, and I mean on the velvet side, I think I'm going to turn these over to the off side. Now, I was thinking, we have Greenery Lane, and these look kind of similar to what we have here. Also, if we want to go for small, little flower looking, we have also Paradise Garden, which has the flowers. So I think we're going to go with Greenery Lane, and I think we're going to use, it has that matching washi tape. Now I looked, and Greenery Lane is still available. I didn't look at the washi tape though, but Greenery Lane is still open. It was in the January to April. It did get carried over. I think that it's going to be, now it'll go over into the online exclusives because it's not in the main catalog. All right, so if you remember, we have our, I'm sorry, I'm looking to see where my cardstock is. We have our washi tape that matches up to the dies in Greenery Lane. And I'm looking at my panels that I have here. I think I might have a white one still left. Yep, there's a white one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, and I am going to go ahead and put it on my white cardstock. Go ahead and press it down. No, I'm not going to get too many on there, so I'll probably do a second sheet. Let me go ahead and grab, oh, do I have any snips over here? Let me grab them from my desk. Go ahead and cut that off there. But I think I also want to do a longer piece. So let me go ahead and grab, I cut up some white willow into a packet. Now I don't use white willow that often, but with the new hybrid black ink pad, this works the best so that it doesn't smear. So I have bought 2 of the 12 packs, and I've cut a bunch of bases up and then I cut my 12, because it's a 12 by 12, I cut it down to 8.5 by 11. So it left me some strips. So let's go ahead and take one of those strips and put the tape on that also. And look, it's just almost the right size. All right. So let's go ahead and let me throw this on my work chair. And let's go ahead and grab this down. I'm going to start off it a little bit just so I can get it a little more straight. And I am getting some wrinkles. Usually I have my, you can pull this back up, just be careful, you know, go at the diagonal. I like going like this because then you're less likely to get those bubbles. Let me go ahead and just cut this off here and rip. All right, and then I just keep that together. Let me put it back in that drawer. All right, so now we have a nice long piece. Let's go ahead and take the dies from Greenery Lane. Now, I haven't used the dies with the washi tape in a while, so I hope it doesn't take me too long to figure it out. With our first washi tape, that was with the Extraordinary Flora. Of course, it was all one great big die, but I think people didn't like that as much, so that's why they came and did individuals here. So there's a good one there. Let me grab some blue tape. Put down there. And there. Now I do have my old magnetic plate that I still use with my Stampin' Kind of Boss machine. Oh, see, and the tape doesn't really want to stick onto this. So you know what, I'm just going to roll it through the way it is and hope for the best. All right. And I think I just want to get a couple of these cut out. So I'm going to do one in the darker. That looks pretty well lined up. Now let's get one of the lighter ones and just lining it up with that washi tape. And I think I'm going to leave the middle one blank because I think we're going to stamp in there. So I will put this in. What I'll do is I will cut around these. Like I'll cut, like let's say right here. That way I can put these in with the die set. All right, let me put that die back on there before I lose it. Like I said, I keep my stamp and die bundles in the same package. All right, well, I have that one too. We'll take care of that in a second. Get this back over here so it's a little out of the way. All right, there we go. Sorry, I just rolled that through a little so it's not on. All right, so we have a couple of these. And then I think both the here for you and the loves and the hugs will fit on that square. Let's just go ahead and double check to see. Oh, they are a little bit bigger. So to get love and hugs on there, I'm gonna have to go angled. So they are a little bit, help if I put that back in my dies too. So they are bigger than what shows on here. Let me show you. Usually I'll tell you. See, that is. And usually I'll tell you on here that it's at 80%, but we'll just go ahead and, like I said, because if I do it this way, it won't fit. If I do it on this way, we should get a good image. So let's go ahead. Let me put this die back on that magnetic board really quick. All right. So I'm going to go get my Stampin' Positioner. Sorry, I have it in a basket under my feet, under my work desk. So let's go ahead and grab that out. Now available, starting with the new catalog, which is the May to August. You could get extra magnets, which of course I did because I love the magnets. But I'm thinking on this that it's going to be hard to do that because this is going to take up so much of. So I'm going to try putting it on the tape as well. So let's put the points on that line. I'm just going to try it with the tape first, with no magnets. All right. And you're not going to get all of the G, but I think we'll be okay with that. Go ahead and pick that up. As long as it's all locked in, when it bubbled up like that, it should still be okay. And I think I still have my garden green out here. Oh, and look, that H did not stamp very well, so just a little bit of a print on there. Let's do one more. How about that? So make sure that it's still in the sprockets okay. Let's get one more inking. You know what? In fact, first, let me wipe that off a little because it might have had some of that. Sorry, that's an obnoxious noise, I know. But it might have had some of that manufacturer finishing still on it. All right. Hopefully I didn't move anything. There, that looks good. This off to the side. We'll have to clean that in a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together. I'm not going to do any background. I mean, if you wanted to, we could have used some of the washi tape in the background, but I think we have so much going on right now that we really don't need any sort of background. If I was to do a background, it probably would be with one of the background items. Let me see. I don't know if this one has the dots. Here it is. Oh, I could do a couple of those little flowers. let's lay this down first, and if we need it, since they're so small, we can go in with them with our white. But let's go ahead and do this first. I don't know if I fixed my tape or not, so this will be an adventure. We'll see. All right, I'm going to kind of lay it down here because my 0 is up there. That's the 0 marker up here. But we'll just eyeball it. How about that? Let me put it down here. Let me see, about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right about there. That should be about centered. Let's go ahead. Oh, let me get my silicone mat out. Since we have such a little stem and I want to get the adhesive on the stem itself, if you use a silicone mat, it won't stick, or it won't trail off. It'll stick here, or it'll stick onto the side here where you can easily fold it over. So let's figure out that one. Sure. Yep, it looks like it all stuck in there really good. This one, I think I'm going to do this way. All right, so let's get these down. I have found that using this on the side with the velvet, you have to be a little careful. I want a little bit of a bigger there because we're going to go diagonal with this, remember? So you also want to make sure that, like when you're putting tape on the back of this, that you have it on a clean surface, because that velour velvet, will pick up any ink or anything you might have on your surface when you turn it over to tape it. All right, this side I'm going to go ahead and do my dimensionals. Again, this is just one sheet of the dimensionals. I put packing tape over that so it grabs all the backings on here, and I'm left with just the dimensional. No need to peel off backings. I'm going to put one of these in each of the corner and then one in the middle just to keep it raised above the other squares. And then I probably should be using my tweezers, but I'll just go like this. Make sure it's not over that edge there. And I do think we need something there. I don't know if I want to do pearls though, or if I want to do stamping. I'm thinking, let's see. If those are too bright, I think I'm just going to do the regular antique pearls. Even though these are more of an ivoryish color, they'll kind of bring out the white here. So I think we'll be okay. Let me find some that don't have any blends on it because I like coloring, as you can see. Maybe I will use the pink ones, the ones that are lightly pink, except they're pretty big. And I wanted to go smaller. Let's see what they look like. We can always take it off. Oh, I think that looks all right. But I think I want to do a little off the edge there. And here's another one that was done with the pink. Yeah, no, could have put it more there. Probably if we had done that flower background in white, it would have been a nice look too. I just thought we had so much going on with this pattern that we didn't want to add to it. All right, let me look at my screen here and see, because when I bring out the others, I don't like having too much on my desk. Sorry, I'm just trying to put away that silicone mat. That drawer is being a little ornery. All right, so let's see. Let's move all this off to the side here. Here, I'll put this over on my chair. There's a lot going on there, and that's a little distracting. So yes, I'll have to clean off my desk chair the next 40 minutes before I punch in for work. All right, so here is this one that we just did. Again, thank you to the ladies that voted. I had your names pulled up, but I don't now, so I'm sorry, but you know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, go ahead and look on the comments and you'll see their names there, the ladies who voted. All right, so the next one I did, both of these that I did extra, I used the new 12 by 12 water and dotted lines masks. I used them with, see, here's the dotted one right here. Here's the water looking one. I used those with the white craft pad. So here, I used Beautiful Gallery, which is still, or was still available on Wednesday when I was looking at what I was going to do for my extra cards. So I need to put a little bit better glue on there. But so there's that one. And then here I used the new, I can't think, it's this, the new Seaside paper. It's the one that has, you can see, it has that iridescent glossy look to it. So here again, I went with the diagonal and just cut that piece of DSP. You can't really see it. Let me see if it'll focus. But I did use very lightly that other mask for the background. I probably could have done it in a darker blue or green, but I did just a very light look on it. So I have a little bit of that background. I used, here, can you see it here too? There you can see it a little bit. And then I used those retired purple shimmer embellishments. So there you have it, guys. There are your 3 cards using these parameters. So thanks to those of you who voted. If you don't mind, give me that thumbs up. Again, I'm teetering at going back and forth between 10 and 11 people till I hit 500. Once we hit 500, I think I will get over my vainness and actually maybe do a live where I'm in the corner so you can see me. I'm still not happy with my hair situation, but that's what chemotherapy will do to you. Chemo pills will do to you. So that's why I usually don't show my face too much on these videos. All right. But yeah, once we get to those 500, I think I'll have another special little live. But so help me get to that 500 if you don't mind. Tell your friends about my channel. Also remember, we're on the way to our 200th Watch It Wednesday, Finish It Friday episode. So lots of stuff coming up in the next few weeks and during the summer. All right, I'm gonna quit babbling. I have to go take a quick shower and get ready to punch in for work. So have a great Friday, guys. We'll talk to you next week for Watch It Wednesday, Finish It Friday. Also, come on over this weekend. I'll have some videos that I post on the weekend in our Introducing and Examples with series, as well as my Technique of the Week. All right, I've babbled enough. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.